Alright, NBL1 fans, it's that time of year. We're getting into the final few rounds before we get into the playoffs. And we have a ripper matchup on our hand this weekend, Garen. Heading up to the Bear Cave, we've got the Albury Wodonga Bandits. Now, don't be confused this season. They might not have Lauren Jackson, they might not have Ayumata, they might not have Unique Thompson, but this team is ultra talented. They've really replaced those key players well. But we'll get into those a little later. Before we do, let's have a look at how they did last week. Garen, a 90-60 win against Bankstown Bruins. It was so convincing. But in that game, Michaela Pivek stepping up big time. How'd you go?
Yeah, well, I think she had 32 points,
Wow.
15 rebounds, 7 assists, 8 and 5 steals. That was dominant. That was just a different level kind of performance. Something you rarely see in NBL1, but it's good when you get a 30 piece with 15 rebounds.
Yeah, and one player of the week as well. So taking home that $200 Foot Locker gift voucher, and Pivek was just doing it from all over the court. I mean, I think defensively she can be a little underrated because she scores so much, but those 5 steals really showing that can be handsy on defense, switch onto guards, and plays real well. So we'll stick on Michaela Pivek. Actually, Garen, for Bears fans out there, if you don't know much about the American import, she has been tearing it up this NBL1 season, averaging 21 points, 12 rebounds as well, and was drafted in the WNBL in 2020, and you can see why. She is very, very talented. Garen, who she played for in the past, though, before she was at Albury Wodonga?
Yeah, played a lot in the US, predominantly in Linwood, then for Oregon State, Atlanta Dream, Minnesota Lynx was a train-on player, then spent some time overseas in Spain also. 25th pick in the 2020 WNBA draft, so hopefully he can go back to the US and keep dominating.
Yeah, but for now, dominating for the Albury Wodonga Bandits. So for the Bears, it's maybe not good news. Michaela Pivek's doing so well, but it's going to be a real treat to watch her run around on Saturday. But Garen, she's just one of such a stacked starting lineup for this Albury Wodonga team. Emma Mahadi is having an excellent season, averaging 19 points, and another one of those players with such a wealth of experience. You know, went to California University in Pennsylvania though, which is a little confusing doing the research. Played for the Sunbury Jets in the Big V competition as well, and has returned to the Albury Wodonga Bandits. She played in the 2021 NBL1 season, but then went and played for the Diamond Valley Eagles down in NBL1 South, but returning back to where it all started in Albury. And who could forget her Sydney Flames experience as well in 2021. So Emma Mahadi, one of those swing players. I think her and Maddie O'Hare are going to have a great tussle on the weekend, marking up on each other. Can really shoot, but is a great slasher as well. So their two games might cancel each other out, or we could see Maddie O'Hare and Emma Mahadi absolutely pop off. Of course, you got Casey Ardern, the floor general. She does really well, sets the team up, very unselfish as well. And yeah, originally a Wodonga junior. So they produced the talent so well down there in Albury Wodonga. They managed to attract a lot of that country teams. A lot of teams in the region will go to Albury Wodonga to play their representative basketball.
And now heading on to Mallory Bates on the season, putting up 17 and 9. None more dominant than an 18 and 14 game. Yes, 14 rebounds. Really clogs the paint, physical tools, grabs rebounds, and knows when to score inside and look for her own shot. William Fleming High School and went to Georgia College, so ton of experience over in the US. And fun fact, played in more career games than any other player in Georgia history. So
yeah, that's massive. What a huge college career. And now tearing up in NBL1, Mallory Bates has just been that perfect replacement for Unique Thompson, that big body in the paint. I mean, she's great in the out of the pick and roll situation as well, Garen, and can pop out for the 3 or the mid-range every now and then. And her front court partner as well, Ashley Hannon. Just wanted to highlight her as well, Garen. Maybe didn't have the best game last week against the Bankstown Bruins, at least on the score sheet, but averaging 13 and 8 this season in her return to basketball. Actually didn't play the last few years, the youngster, but had spent time at the Centre of Excellence. Before that was Brisbane Capitals, Southwest Metro Pirates junior up in Queensland. Of course, she comes from great basketball pedigree as well. Her mum played semi-professionally for the Frankston Blues back in the day. So Ashley Hannon, her and Mallory Bates have just been so good in the paint, especially defensively. But Ashley Hannon also has that great post-up game. Really knows how to use her feet well. Has really good hands for a big, and also uses her size quite well. There's one more play we do want to talk about as well. It's the sharpshooter, the young gun off the bench, Elizabeth Murphy. Popped off as 16 last week against the Bankstown Bruins. Again, another one of those Albury juniors from the Albury Cougars club. And one of those players to really watch, kind of that sixth player off the bench. So to really complement that stacked starting five. So we said at the start of the episode, this Albury Wodonga team may have lost a few key stars in the off-season, but really talented. I mean, it's not just the numbers either. It's that experience all of these players have. And Garen, it's time to look at the key matchups. Bears versus Bandits. Who do you think's going to be the main matchups there?
Yeah, it's going to be Pivek. Definitely one to watch out for, one to stop. But it's going to be a dose of Garlop, and if he can get it done from a coaching perspective, testing out different matchups defensively, maybe add Shika by gate, maybe go small, add M. Simons. So many options. Maybe give the young gun Emma Donnelly a chance as well. So many options to go up against an experienced player such as Pivek. So we'll see what they throw at her, and it's going to be a good matchup.
I think
Mahadi as well.
Yeah, I think you might see... Sorry, just before we get into Mahadi, you might see Bygate and Shika playing minutes together. I mean, Renee normally sub them out for each other. They kind of share minutes, but you might see that Twin Towers combination that we saw a lot of last year. Worked pretty well against Albury last season in that finals game. But yeah, and M. Simons maybe slotting into the three to try stop down some of those big bodies they have.
So we'll see what Tom runs here. No Renee, obviously. Got Australian basketball duties as a coach, so...
Congratulations to Renee. And they're killing it as well in the Asian Cup.
They are, and it's a big call-up for Tom as well.
So, Bears fans, we hope to see you down at the Bear Cave. Come on, let's get a full grandstand for once. Come on, let's hype it up a little bit. Let's get the atmosphere going. We haven't had a home game since the Centre of Excellence game a few weeks ago, so...
That'll be your no problem. One polo wrap of the day.
Yeah, nice. Absolutely no problem, brother. And we'll see you there at Crow's Nest.